So I've had several people ask about this. As I was showing it in a video being used, this is the digital pressure tester kit. It also does temperature. Here is the Deere service guard part number. This is a product made by OTC. So it looks kind of like a multimeter. And you've got different settings here depending on what transducer you're using. And it's got several buttons where you can select. You can have up to 4 different sensors or transducers plugged in at the same time, and then you're just selecting between the two, or between each one. It's got a 0 there where you can zero it out. Right here is where the temperature probe would hook onto, and then your individual transducer harnesses will plug in there. I think originally the kit comes with one set of cables and I think 1 or 2 of the transducers. They're color coded. The 5,000 psi gauges, or the transducers, are the red ones. The blue one is a 500 psi, and then the orange one is a 10,000. And then I've got 2 sets of cables for mine, and then I've also got the temperature probe right there. Some of the part numbers for the transducers themselves, we've got written right there. I think it's the same numbers right there as well. So you can get the transducers individually. They're not very cheap, I will say that, if you have to buy them. It's a very handy kit to have, especially if you got to string something quite a ways. These cables are pretty long. I want to say around the 20-foot mark, I think, 15 or 20. And makes it pretty handy that you don't have to actually run a mechanical gauge. And you can swap out the transducers real easy. This one is actually owned by the company. They just provide it with us in our service truck. Pretty handy to have. Not for everything. I do like mechanical gauges, just so you can see sometimes if you have a pulse in a system, you can see a pulse better in a mechanical gauge versus that you can on the digital gauge there. So I still carry a lot of mechanical gauges, but it is handy just to throw this on there real quick as you're checking something.